7 hits and 4 runs in.
Brandon Nimmo late off, takes the first pitch up and away for ball. Marlins put the full shift on against him, and Yamamoto pours one over. Nimmo at 418 on, and he misses up and away. Another fastball, and it's down the right field. Now, landed inside the chalk, but the space umpire will get a look at this. But this has taken a long time. 3-2 coming to Nimmo, and he's on with a walk. So the board, he starts a brand
Behind the plate. Remember, he lately.
Jeff in the lineup for the first time since aging tonight, and it just didn't happen. Here's Davis, who had 2 hits yesterday in Philly, and he takes a curveball that drops in for a strike. And Michael Conforto on deck. Field shift, 3 guys on the left against Davis. Marlins, who went on and 2 of their starting pitchers, Sandy Alcantara and Caleb Smith, who form an important the Mets in his last start last year. And he strikes out. J.D. Zellman heads to the mound when we come back. Just his second big league start. He's right
3 earned runs.
Against the Mets in New York. Leads off, and he's late on a fastball for strike 1. Really helped the Mets.
2 as well. I mean, it was just one of the worst series.
Better.
Oh, no fool.
He's playing shortstop these days with Miguel Rojas out of the lineup. And they've got a winning record. Holding into right field. Better start in this series. He's got a leadoff single.
J.D. Davis at third.
Dom. Standard that he set to. The Marlins got him on waivers from Tampa Bay. And he takes a fastball strike.
He can be pitched to.
And Zellman keeping the ball. And Aguilar chases one in the dirt.
Good. Just a small one.
Way on the bereavement list. Coming over his nip. Get it. It's beyond him. A throw. Matt Joyce.
Took a bat. Going to be able to knock it down.
Soon as trying to find his way out of a. Zellman throws a fastball. Run scored despite. So that'll tell you 3 home runs 6 times in your career. And Anderson just got a
pitches over the.
One just foul.
2 strikes.
And Anderson takes the slider just off the plate. 3-2. And he walked him. So Zellman
to the next town.
First, Randy Rosenberg, a fill-in, got him from the Twins last summer in the deal that sent Sergio Romo.
First baseman. Orlando was so strong.
For the Mets. He'll get there. Get out. As on the fly ball. And Atlantic an ERA, and they've given Cervelli a lot of the credit. Opening inning. And now 3-0. Starting pitcher. He's got
situation. Shoot it the other way.
And he takes ball 4 as Zellman misses badly last week. Alonso, Zellman gets over to cover, and Robert first inning. 1-0. Hot climates with the retractable roof open, so to get enough sun. This makes a lot more sense if it plays like grass. 7 different shades.
Really? To
make it 4 yesterday. Struck out 3 times, twice against his old teammate Zach Wheeler after DHing the last.
What's that
little floater by Cano field, and it falls for a base hit. I don't know. Can you pronounce same high school, same Honolulu? Benny Agbayani. Now 39 plate appearances with. I mean, here's that graphic again with runners in scoring position, and 3-1 to Pete, and that's outside ball 4. And now the Mets with the bases loaded, but it's over the head of up against the wall right behind. At third is a run double for Dom.
Just.
And Ramos takes a breaking ball down for ball 1. And it's a ball and a strike. Well, we admit 1-2 coming. 1 to third. Anderson's coming home with it, and Alonso contact with nobody out. And he can't get to around third. Third is Ramos. Itzel and
Lynch.
If he throws the ball between his legs home in his court. Second and short with the Mets already up by 2, and he did not swing. One down to first. This time the runners are going to hold. McNeil, the 8th man.
So if you're sharp and
they straight up on the infield, and McNeil takes strike 3 call. Got him looking
as well. This report would not have hit as well. I had never heard of it. 2 grips. Ron, I don't know why one pitch does something versus the other one. Maybe you can.
To tell you how
takes off. The throw by Ramos is a good one at the game and lost it. The Mets have already beat him, and Rosario.
No.
Ninth pitch of the backer, and they have the runner hung here back to second and slapped out. Struck out his first time up. Now back toward our cameras, working on the ground toward the hold on it. VR stops. It's a split and long relief for the Mets. Comes in with 2 out and 2 on, and Joyce takes a fast and came up empty, responsible for the 2 on base. And a good splitter by Shreve, Matt Joyce, and he struck him out to end the inning. Every year they figure out a way to have won to
every year in, year out.
But they figure.
Oh,
and that's a hit batsman. And so the first time up, and just one back into the screen. It's 0-2. There are lots of teaching in relief of Jordan Yamamoto, and he gets it in for a call third strike.
That's Keith. Sorry, have both.
He takes a sinker for a strike. That's got all original Met, you know. And Robbie watches wide, ball 3. He's running. At the gap, and it's out of here with a 2-run homer. York. Shreve came in, got the final out in the second, and he goes to the splitter to get 47 pitches to get 5 out. 1-2, and Anderson takes it down 2-2.
The game's got to affect the bullpen at some point.
And Anderson loses the bat.
too. Guillorme would have had.
And that's the. And Shreve pours one over the last 10 games. 2-2 notations about that before that last start, but it all fell apart. Cervelli goes down. Batters all retired.
Schedule at home. This would be. We'd be walking around twiddling our thumb.
Coach and catching coach. Give it around when he was 3-2 coming to Nimmo. And that's outside, and Nimmo is drawn. 2-0 to McNeil, and that's outside. The interesting thing about that, though, struck out tonight. And that's ball 4. And so first and second and nobody out. And JD takes a letter high strike. Says they're a long man tonight. Off the fists and a foul ball from Davis, and it's 0-2. Conforto on deck. There's one down to third. Anderson steps on third, throws across the diamond. Fourth. And Conforto takes a slider out of the strike zone. Josh Smith was last year. And there's a strike.
After this inning's over.
Oh, and Conforto is hit by the pitch.
Well, you can't
Hunter gets Conforto right in his wallet. Here's Cano. And a throw down to second. McNeil at second, Conforto at first, and Cano goes down middle of the 4th. Alvarez grounded out to end the first inning with the bases low. 47 pitches in his second. Knocks it down, still has time, and there's so many considerations now. Good pitch by Shreve. It's down with.
Yes, he has, and he's got that
game, which has not been. And Shreve misses with the splitter, and it's. And Sierra goes down on strikes on Mets after 4. Percentages of pitches in. Joyce, and it's that 4th home run of the year. His first time up.
There, I think.
So there you go.
But she's doing a better
News set. I was wondering, Steve, the next time we go to you, Brian Williams sitting there.
Well, I've got
for this test. And Smith fields, and Smith throws out, but he was certainly a stabilizer in this game.
Steve, if you
7 hits, the Marlins again the 3-2, and Ramos goes down swinging, and Smith. Look, and that ball's got from a run off the Mets for VR.
was up in the zone run.
With Matt Joyce waiting on deck. Right at Conforto doesn't hide. VR's home run makes Miami as we start the 6th. For second, Birdie dig third base easily. A stand-up triple. And he goes after a first pitch.
I can just tell it's affecting not only we saw a bit too. I mean, you're found.
Hayford to McNeil. wall to make the catch. Be able to run it down. Nimmo comes home on the sacrifice. This copyrighted game may not be disseminated. Nobody on. And JD takes ball 4, and that's
Number 3.
I don't know if the Hall of Fame. How do you keep Jeff Cantor?
Yeah, I think.
That is way out of here. He did 2-run homer, 2-run homers, and the out of here, and he hits a for Pete a 2. He hit 4 home runs in a row as Dom gets hit on the 3rd hit back. To see that ball hit right on the much deeper than it was when the year. It'll fall for a base hit for Cervelli. When Cervelli's aboard with one. Right there waiting for it.
90. Billy Hatcher only.
Cano can't get to that ground ball by Sierra. He was not. Oh, and that Marlins leave him loaded after 6.
For the Marlins. Kind of side.
Rosario. And he gets Rosario on the hit to start his. Well, pulls one down to first, and that's. Hill grounds one down to first, and Diaz handles that. A. Smith stretches and Cano the rest of the night off, so there'll be no 3. On his back. Batanzas 66. Backhand play by Rosario to his feet. The long. That's working on their 5th pitcher of the night. Ball ran.
Rings like that. It's addiction.
That's outside ball 4, and Joyce is on with a 1-out walk. Alonso's going to go to second, get a force there. The return by
4 here against the Marlins.
to right at Rosario. He'll go to second and get the force play. A couple of walks and throws up a 0. And J.D. Davis leads off in the 8th inning and takes a strike from Smith.
And Pawtucket.
Into the game. Fordo. After starting a fair ball, and another Mets extra go down into the case with a 1-out double. And the full count. And that's on the inside corner. Jimenez caught looking. Not a good team this year. That's ball 4, and Alonso's on base for the 5th straight. 7 walks. 2 from Smith to Smith. Josh Smith's glove. Does he have time to recover? No. And Wilson puts it away. Ran 3. Brandon Nimmo's moved to right, so Conforto gets a couple of innings off. A little splittery. Vieira gets set to run, and VR takes ball 4. So Kilome continues. 0-2 to Aguilar, and he chases one for strike 3. So Kilome.
I'm just watching. I'm observing.
Strike 3 call. Oh, well struck. And now Logan Forsythe a hit. Smile. No more work to do tonight. Pitch at bat against Nimmo. 8th pitch to Davis, and he walked him. 14. And he his last home run. Vieira back a step, and Rosario fly for.
Well, I was reading.
So what's the point? Right field and overcomes Britt. That's with 3 outs to him. Set for regions. Birdie. That'll bring home a run. 2 runs home for the Marlins. Now the 3-2. And to get the save, Franklin Kilome. Mets win a